Right.
Let me just show it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, is everybody ready? Meeting called to order. This is the June 25th, 2024 council meeting. Would the clerk please read the statement of complaints?
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Law duly announced, advertised, and posted in the municipal building. The meeting will adjourn no later than 10 p.m. unless the majority of the council members that are present vote to extend the time.
Okay. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Chief, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Aye.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All remain standing for a moment of silence. Would the clerk call the roll, please?
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Here.
Councilman McCann? Councilman Pignatelli? Councilman Saliani?
Here.
Councilman Slasinski?
Here.
Councilman Talamini?
Here.
And Mayor Kamala.
I make a motion to excuse Councilman McCann and Councilman Pinatelli.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, for the mayor's report. Actually, we're going to make a quick announcement here. I just got it from Oakland TV. Oakland TV is upgrading some of its equipment and unfortunately unable to broadcast a regular content except for live broadcast council meetings on FiOS. So tonight's council meeting will still be able to view on YouTube, and it's youtube.com/Oakland Borough. So if anybody's watching or has somebody who wants to watch this, what will happen is it will be reposted at a later date after they get their upgrades complete. For the mayor's report, a couple things here. Oakland road paving program has been completed. Currently, we're just finishing the striping around town, Lakeside Boulevard and all the other streets, so that's completed. As I've been saying, we've been working with the county. Franklin Ave will be paved late summer into fall. As I've indicated in the past, the county has stated that the project has been out for bid. They're just waiting for the state to approve it. Once again, Yopo Avenue will be paved in the fall. The borough is currently working with our engineers to finalize those plans. And also public service, with all the work that was done up at Lenape Lane and Truman Boulevard, all those roads that were dug up by public service are also going to be repaved. We're just waiting for an updated schedule from public service. Once we have that information, we'll post it on our website accordingly. And a little bad news on that as well, public service is coming back in again to do more gas main work. Currently, we do not have the schedule. Once we have that information, we will be updating the town accordingly. Bush Plaza, as you can tell, the trees are in, sprinklers are installed. The flagpole came down today. Topsoil is going in, and we expect sod to be going in next week. So we're moving right along with that. Allerman Brook, for the people that live on Allerman Brook, the restoration is out for bid. We expect a bid opening on July 10th, so we should start seeing some movement on the Allerman Brook. Also, the tennis courts, bids were open last week, and as you probably saw, it's on tonight's agenda, and we're moving right along with the tennis courts as well. We had to get an email from a couple residents about the flood buyout houses down by Truman. It is on tonight's agenda for engineering services to start moving that project along. And also the Patriots Way Bridge, if anybody lives up in the reserve, you can, by looking down there, the temporary utility bridge is already across the first span. They're starting to rip the decking across the second and third span and continue to build that decking out. Also, myself and several members of the governing body attended the Valley Middle School 8th grade graduation. Congratulations to the class of 24, and also the Indian Hills class of 2024 graduation. And I just want to recognize my daughter Juliana. Congratulations, you made it. And also we've got Chopper here. He's going to be providing us a carnival update as well. And also just a reminder, Borough Hall will be closed July 4th and 5th. Library will be closed on the 4th but open on the 5th. And that's all I have. At this point, do we have a motion to open a public?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're now open to the public. Anybody wish to address the council?
So ladies first, I'll have ladies, so. Oh, you want to go first. Okay. Carrie Serenides, 41 South Avenue. So the Access for All was the Access for All Carnival event was a huge success. I hate reading on my phone, but my printer wouldn't work, so I'm going to make this larger. It's H. Was a huge success on Saturday, June 15th. We had 170 Access for All people and caretakers. From 3 to 5 p.m., the carnival was open to anyone that wanted to take advantage of rides that reduce speeds, as well as minimal lights and sounds. It was a lot of work, but it paid off, and the Access for All Committee would like to personally thank everyone who helped. As it is every year, it's a big asking, but our community pitched in to help any way they could. From the 501c3s that opened early and offered free food, to the police officers that were there early to help out, and pretty much everyone in between. We wanted to give a big thank you to all the committees and people that made this day possible. A special thank you to the Public Events Committee and Chopper for helping us, supporting us, and working with us to pull this off without any snags. Also, a huge shout out of thanks to Blue Sky Amusements for opening 2 hours early at no additional charge for us. And Mark from Paladin Amusements for donating the stuffed animals, which was amazing, and it was a huge surprise for us. We didn't know that was happening. We also wanted to thank Sebastian Regan and his company Access Rec for donating those 2 beach wheelchairs in case anyone needed them. Thank you Town Council, our Access for All liaison, and Mayor for supporting Access for All. Everyone pitched in to make this event successful, and it was such an honor and blessing to see all those smiling faces and all the positive feedback we received. I know I say this every year, but this is exactly what makes Oakland stand out. Thank you again.
You did a great job. Awesome job. Andrea Levy, 780 Ramapo Valley Road. I just wanted to come up here. We finally had the Arts Pavilion grand opening event after almost a year of delays and rain and more delays. And we finally had a beautiful day. I wanted to thank the mayor and council for coming down and supporting the event. There's a lot of people that need to be thanked, and they've been thanked offline, but I do want to thank Mike Guadagnino for being the perfect partner for the event, all of the arts committee, all of the vendors, all of the bands. Look, and I just want to remind everybody, this was done on less than a dime. Literally less than a dime. Everybody offered up and volunteered their services, including the bands. The only thing that we were a little short on, I will admit, is food, because we had to reschedule this event so many times. Some of the original people that signed up for it had to drop off because the dates didn't work for them. But all in all, you know, from the police department to DPW and everybody in between, it was really just a wonderful collaboration. that I thought was a wonderful day for everybody who had the opportunity to come down and enjoy it. And I hope that we will have the opportunity to do more events like that in the future. The other things I just wanted to remind is that we have the improv group. It's not a group actually, it's a class. I was just there a moment ago. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. at the Senior Center. It's a rolling class, so really anybody can drop in anytime. We'd love to have more people there, and it's been quite fun. We're also looking to introduce an outdoor market, which I hope you have the opportunity to hear a little bit about today. And I'm here, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about that. We're still looking for money for our murals. So if anybody does want to donate, please go to arts@oakland-nj.org. .org, right? Yeah. And we just published an art zine, which is a mini magazine of creative works from our Oakland residents. So we have people from our town who have given us original drawings, paintings, pictures, poetry, stories, ages 5 to, I'll say infinity, because I don't know the ages of the older people that sent it. But it really is a lovely piece, and we're going to be doing these quarterly. So we encourage our creatives to reach out to us, because we have a place for you. And last side note, I went to a fabulous event this weekend on Sunday, held at the Elks Lodge outdoors. It was music, there was food, people, vendors. It was for the Pride event, and I'd be remiss not to say that none of you were there. I didn't see anybody there from here, and that was truly disappointing. And I hope that for the next event, we will see you there. Thank you.
No staples on this one. You guys can.
Thank you, sir.
Chopper Russo, 392 Rampart Valley Road. I just want to thank all of our guests that came to the carnival. It was a great success. Everyone had a great time. DPW's always there for us. Oakland's finest, the fire department all helped to participate to make it great. Can't say enough about the 501c3s that provide all the food. It makes a big difference. It's part of the fiber of our community. It was really great. I'm gonna screw up all the names. From our public events team, Jimmy Folkerts, Mame, I can't do her last name, and not Jerry either, I can't do her last name, and then Kevin Bagger, Andrea, Jimmy Folkerts, Danny D'Elia, if I missed anybody, I
Joe
apologize.
Inglima.
What? I said Joe.
You said Joe?
Yeah.
I didn't hear Joe.
You can't roll the tape, can we? Okay. Anyway, I apologize if I missed anybody. We were very excited about Access for All, very proud of the outcome of that. So we always have a wrap-up meeting the Monday right after the carnival, because like me, I have too many things in my head and will forget what happened. So we had a meeting with the team members of public events with some of the other 501c3s, and we made a couple changes going forward next year. We're not sure yet if it's going to be like it was this year, the Wednesday and Saturday before Father's Day, or if it'll be the Wednesday and Saturday after Father's Day. But we all agreed upon, we're going to keep the hours the same on Wednesday and Thursday, 6 to 10. On Friday, we're going to change it. We're going to open an hour early and close an hour earlier. So Friday would be 5 to 10. Access for All we were doing from 3 to 5. We found it better to do Access for All on Saturday from 2:30 to 4:30 and have a little gap in between before we open it to the general public. So I know all the 501c3s are going to like this idea. We're going to close at 10 o'clock because I think the gentleman in blue here would testify nothing good happens at that carnival after 10 o'clock. So that's a couple of changes that we made, okay? As far as the numbers go, thank God for modern technology, because we don't collect the money anymore. We have the kiosks, and now we have printouts, all right? And I apologize I went to Marquette, the same guy that made the Weather Channel, and I went by that schmuck's radar, and I'm under that tent, and I thought it was a scene from The Wizard of Oz. I was waiting for the witch to come by on a bicycle. So, other than that, dollar-wise, we were $999 more than the year before. But it was a result of inflation because we were getting more for the tickets, okay? Last year's gross was $94,536. This year was $95,535. What I love about this, it gives us the breakdown now. How many people attended, you know, who used the kiosks and all the top rides. So just for a quick comparison, last year we had 3,214 guests. This year we only had 2,797. Again, the dollars were because of the inflation.
You lost a night.
What's that?
You did lose a night, right?
Oh, we got clobbered.
Yes,
Yeah.
you lost the whole day,
Yeah.
so you're really not comparing the same number of days either.
Yeah.
No, we got nailed last year too.
Well, we had a
did
couple.
have some number of
Well,
days last year. Yeah.
these are just the numbers. All right. So, as a result, thank goodness that, you know, years ago before me or when I got there, instead of getting insurance, we decided to do 4 days instead of 3, okay? The insurance is very costly to do that, so we always had that 4th day as like a buffer. Thankfully so, after what happened. One of the nice things about these stats also is it tells you the most popular rides. So last year and this year, Polar Express was number 1. Last year there were 520, oh no, okay, this goes by credits. Last year was 825 credits. Their credit system changed. Polar Express was number 1 again this year. Last year Monkey Maze was 2nd. This year was Vertigo. Puppy Love was 3rd this year, and Toontown was, and that's it. I think the ride selection was good. We didn't get the Ferris wheel this year. We had a trade with Hawthorne. They're talking about only doing 1 carnival, so we won't have that problem going forward. Again, we don't know what the dates are gonna be. But again, thank you to everyone. One of the things I wanna point out, though our gross profit this year was $31,359.67, we don't have all the numbers in. The public events team pays for all the tents for the 501c3s. We pay for the VIP toilets and some other miscellaneous things. So let's just call it round that we might walk away with $10,000, $11,000. If we had fireworks, we would have lost money. Fireworks cost about 30 grand, okay? There's an impact. We need extra DPW, extra police force. We even have to bring in the county. It's a logistical nightmare. We lose a lot of parking for the buffer and stuff, because I know everybody wants to do fireworks. I didn't say anything out. But if we're gonna do something, maybe we'll do a standalone event. But remember that the income that the public events derives from the carnival pays for the Memorial Day Parade. We're part of Fever Pitch, the Easter egg hunt, Halloween, Christmas tree menorah, Toys for Tots. We helped out with the Arts Amble. Green, we got green thing for a day, and the movie, you know, the green thing. First of all, there's too many names, too many acronyms, and I got too many hamsters in my head. I'm trying to do the best I can. And this is without a script. This ain't too bad. All right? So, please understand, I love fireworks. You want to see good fireworks, come up to Erskine. I do them every year. I got a truck. Well, I can't. They're legal fireworks. They're New Jersey fireworks. Anyway, I shut my mouth now. Thank you very much. Look forward to you guys all coming to the events. Hopefully we'll put together, we're talking about having a day with fireworks, but we're going to be reaching out to the business community and individuals in the town. Because again, if we had fireworks last year or fireworks this year, we couldn't afford to have the events that we have. And you definitely wouldn't get cider and donuts on Halloween.
Thank you, Chuck.
Hi, do you still give your name and?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Linda Giordano, 31 Page Drive. I live a couple houses away from Eric. As Andrea said, I was going to talk about the Great Oak Park, and she said mostly everything, and I just wanted to say that it was great listening to the 4 bands and the performers, and they were very good to excellent, and I enjoyed everything, the vendors, the garden, the sculpture, and like she said, it was a little short on food. They only had baked goods, and on the sign, you know, in big letters it said food, but I know what happened with that. They were supposed to get the food trucks, and they didn't want to come. So I guess, you know, I don't know how that works. But anyway, too bad some people from, you know, the Father's Club or whatever, they couldn't volunteer, but I realized it was the carnival the week later, and they do all that there. So I hope going forward that there'll be more concerts in July, August, and September when the weather's still good. And I don't know about October, but maybe even an outdoor movie night for the adults and kids, as Eric had mentioned to me that day that he would like to see that too. And I want to say kudos to Mike and the rest of his volunteers and Andrea and the crew for their very hard work that didn't go unnoticed for us to enjoy this beautiful day. Keep up the excellent work. I had a good time thanks to all in town who were involved, which was a long year coming and no rain in sight, thank goodness. Thanks again, Mike. This was a diamond in the rough, but now it's a gem in Oakland. And I sure hope it will be put to good use this summer season and beyond, even with no budget right now. But I hope one will materialize one day in the future, even though I know we don't have enough money for fireworks. Even if you have to cut some fat from other places, where there's a will, there's a way. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Joseph Furio, 24 Hiawatha. Coming to give an update on the Mirror Lake, Crystal Lake situation. This Thursday, we are going to be meeting with members of this council and the various groups that rely on the lakes, and to try to come to some sort of resolution. Update from last week, 2 weeks ago, we are very close to forming that company's fees have been paid, but we have not yet filed the paperwork. That should be coming out momentarily next few days. So I look forward to seeing most of you on Thursday night, and thank you very much again for giving us this forum, and anything that you can do to help is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Good evening. My name is Eileen Perry, and I live at 32 Lenape Lane. I've written mine down too because I can't read from my phone. I've come to the podium tonight to thank Mr. Coons and Mayor Kamala for the immediate and respectful response to various emails that were sent to them by members of this community regarding a bias incident that was posted on the borough's Facebook page. Bergen County Executive James Tedesco, Board of Commissioners, posted an announcement of a pride event being held at the Bergen County Zoo. The post generated comments that were deemed offensive at best regarding the LGBTQ community. I will not repeat them publicly because I refuse to give them life again. Suffice it to say that these comments were offensive, inflammatory, and ignorant. They incited hate and fear to a class of people based on their gender identity. Have you ever had that happen to you? Have you ever been afraid to be straight, to be gay, queer? No, I don't think so. According to the Attorney General's guidelines that I read, I'm not an attorney, but I'm an intelligent woman. Bias incidents are acts of hostile expressions committed against a person or a group of people that are motivated in whole or part by prejudice against sex, gender, sexual identity. This bias is one of 9 protected classes by law. By law. I normally don't answer or address situations that is upsetting unless I'm 100% sure that I can do it calmly. I'm not really that calm right now, but I'm doing my best. This is one that I had to walk away from and work through my emotions before I could address it maturely. Sometimes our emotions are a buildup of all the times we did not stand up, we did not speak up for ourselves or others. I am an LGBTQ+ ally, and I am also a parent of a transgender child. I dare somebody to say something to me in a negative way about my child, publicly, televised, in front of your neighbors, instead of doing it on a Facebook page. All of the Oakland residents deserve the right to be protected, respected, and they need to be safe in and outside of our community. These are requirements. They are not expectations. They are requirements. You teach people how to treat you by deciding what you will and what you will not accept. We all need to do better. Thank you.
My name's Nikolai Carlson. I live 6 Geronimo Way, Oakland. I'm going before the town council here again for the conspiracy and racketeering by the local police and other police departments and the sheriff. These are all complaints I've made to the town municipal court, and nothing's been done. Matter of fact, it's continuing. And I don't know what to do. I need representation. I spoke to you earlier. It's a bizarre situation. It's difficult, but bring it before the court, and hopefully something will be done with municipal court judge or whatnot. So I'm hoping that there'll be some solution to the ongoing situation, and hopefully quickly.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Anybody else?
Hi, Ally Fleeson, 224 Hiawatha Boulevard. I also want to thank the mayor and Mr. Coons for addressing the social media post and making sure that the comments were taken down immediately. We really do appreciate it. On behalf of Pride, I also would like to once again come to you and ask again for a flag in Oakland during Pride Month. One of the things that other towns have done to have a Pride flag is they have a second community flagpole that they've put up, such as Wyckoff, and what they've done is they've created guidelines for what the flagpole can actually put up, and what they found is they follow the Library of Congress's Heritage Month, and that's what their guidelines are in their ordinance. So each month, whether it'll be Italian Americans or things of that nature, and that's how they have addressed it in Wyckoff, and quite a few other towns in New Jersey have done it that way. So I'd like to suggest that, and if that's something that the town council would think about, then I would be happy to fundraise to get a secondary flagpole up in town. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
William Sisti, 12 Eagle Crest Place in Oakland. I'm here as a TV committee member. I just want to restate what the mayor said at the beginning. We're updating our equipment in the studio, and for the next few weeks, all the broadcasts will be available strictly on the Oakland Borough YouTube channel. That's Exploring Oakland, that's the Great Oak Park opening, and the Easter icon and everything else we have up there. Anything generated by the town will be on there. And in a few weeks, we'll have the new upgrades, and we'll be back on TV. But again, there's no, if you go to channel 77 or 2145, it's just, please stand by at this point, okay? Thank you very much.
Anybody else?
Hi, Brian Morello, 26 Hickory Drive. I'm here to represent Oakland Team Tennis. I know there's going to be an update coming up on the tennis courts, so I don't know if there's an opportunity after hearing the update to talk. If not, I can talk now. So I guess I can talk now. Okay. So yes, representing Oakland Team Tennis, we're an adult.
Actually, I mean,
There
you
is
can
a-
talk now, but because the ordinance for the capital ordinance for the tennis courts is on for second reading, there will be a chance to address that, but you're
Okay.
certainly free to address it
No,
now, too.
I'll wait for the update and then see go from there.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Good evening. Marisol Kozlowski, 19 Barnard Drive. Quite a few of you on the council know me from decades of volunteering in town. I work quite a bit with the children in our town, and I work quite a bit in our community on many levels. And I just want to reiterate the need that I feel our community has for supporting Pride and LGBTQ people in our community. I also work part-time at a big box craft store, and while manning the register one day, since it is Pride Month, there was a couple, a lady my age and their child who was in their 30s, who approached my counter. There was a little discussion where the mom referred to their child as a daughter, and I was viewing a male, and I turned to that child and I said, "Can I have your pronouns so that I'm not miscorrectly labeling you?" And that child smiled at me, person in their 30s smiled at me and said, "All of them," which was fine. And the mom stood there and broke down in the middle of a retail store with a line there and everything, crying, tears streaming down her face. She said, "If there wasn't a counter between us, I would give you a hug," for merely showing kindness and recognizing my child. That should never happen in any community. And in our community in this town, I can tell you, we have plenty of families out there. If you go to my social media site, on my Facebook page, you will see that the first thing pinned basically says, "I do not wear Pride items to tell you who's in my bed. I wear Pride items so that every family across the street knows they are safe, so that the couple in the restaurant know that they are not alone, so that the boy who sees me notice them looking at dresses knows I won't judge them negatively." Okay? It's not about wearing Pride to tell who's in your bed. It's about wearing Pride because everyone else makes them hide. Okay? We don't need to do this anymore. We are a loving, supportive community. I see it every day. And I have volunteered from everything from second grade history presentations to the library to being your town Easter bunny. Sorry, kids. Seriously. I mean, I'm joking around, but anyone who knows me, Mayor Kamala can testify. I have no problem throwing on a costume. Okay? But that's a costume for me. That's a gig. That's a job. That's playing to make somebody else smile. When someone is trying to represent who they truly are, no one should be harshly spoken to or judged. I happen to be Hispanic, and I joke around all the time. People say to me, "You're not Hispanic because you present white. Say something in Spanish." And my standard answer is, "Algo." What's that? Something in Spanish. Okay? It's not, I'm presenting it with humor because that's how I deal, so that, like Eileen, I'm not crying and presenting to you in an irate, angry way now. But really, I was very disappointed when I went to that Pride event and did not see a single council member there. I fully expected at least one of you there. It was a wonderful, lovely event, except for 1 second when I tripped and hit face first into a tree. But other than that, it was a wonderful event. Okay, that's another story. There was no beer involved. Seriously, we need the town to support this. We need the town to recognize that these children, these parents, the mothers, the fathers, the parents in this town get our support. And we would really love
for you to show that. It's involved. Thank you.
Anybody else that wish to speak? Not seeing it, do I have a motion to close?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, approval of minutes, June 11th, 2024. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Abstain.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
We have June 11th executive minutes, so motion to approve.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
If anybody has any comments, it has to be done in executive session. Anybody have any comments? Not seeing any? Roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Abstain.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Okay, we have 3 special announcements. Number 1, authorized Saturday work for Leonardo developers. Do I have a motion to approve?
Can we have some discussion?
Yeah, once we move it, we'll open it for discussion.
I move to have a discussion about.
Well, I'll second.
Second? Discussion?
Why are we doing this again? Because we originally, when the project started, we didn't want work on Saturday, and now they're looking to do work on Saturday at 7 a.m. I don't think that's fair. This isn't, in my mind, homeowners cutting their trees down at 9 a.m. You're going to have big trucks going up and down the roads, and I don't know why we would want to do this.
Mr. Coons?
I can tell you from the discussion that we had last week with all about this, and there were a lot of representatives from Oakland and Franklin Lakes there. This work is essentially going to run down McCoy. A lot of it will be taking place in Franklin Lakes. But the thought was to try to get as much of this done over the summer as possible to minimize any disruption once the school year starts. And that's really the impetus behind it, and that's why you're seeing the request for mainly for the summer months. I think they wanted to extend it into September
Won't they be
as well.
building for the next year and a half? So when there's going to be work going on during the school.
Well,
year.
This is the water main.
This is specifically to run the water main and sewer main that's going to serve the development. We're not talking about on-site work at all. This is work along the public roadways to install the water and sewer lines that are going to feed the development.
So, Mr. Saliani, the part of the discussion was they're putting a 12-inch water main, and it's going to be running down McCoy Road from Colonial to Colonial. And the idea was to get this done before school starts, comes back in session, because that's a major artery for school buses coming in and out and students coming to Indian Hills, to expedite that process so that when the school year is done, at least they're past Yawpo, so they can have, bring buses and students in.
So this would be for, July and August? Is that what we're thinking, or?
They were asking for July, August, and September. That's, of course, up to your discretion in terms of what you bring.
And then.
As well as their start and end times.
So to me, typically, I'm like, yes, people are working on Saturdays and Sundays throughout the town, even with or without the ordinance, and it's usually somebody complains when there's if there's a problem. This is a big, if they think that doing this is going to help expedite it so we don't have much impact on the school, then it makes sense to me. I would start later. I would start at 8, not 7. And I just I wouldn't go. I would just do July and August, and then let them come back in September if something had to. But if this is about getting it ready for school, then they should be done before September. So that's my 2 cents.
Any further discussion?
They were asking for 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Typically,
7 to 6.
7 to 6. Typically, you've required contractors on the weekends to start later. Usually 8. I hear the comment. I'm saying, I'm talking about what
Yeah, hey, one
is
meeting.
usually done. You may also want to limiting the end time as well. But, you know, that was the request.
I'll go back to my original view. I just, you know, the stage for school, it's 7 to 6, now we're in September. They should have planned better project. But this is the second thing they've asked for Inception 4, right? So, listen, I'm one of many votes, but we can vote on it. I'm not in favor of it.
Well, may I make a suggestion? Maybe, you know, obviously, this is a major artery for that neighborhood to get out to the highway. How about if we just try it for 1 month, with some limited hours, and see how that works out before we give them grant them, you know, for the next 3 months? If it becomes a hardship, we can just shut it down after a month.
I'm comfortable with not approving it.
Altering the time?
We can alter the time. What do you suggest?
I'm thinking 9 o'clock. If that was me, especially on the weekend, I'd like it a little bit later.
9 to what time?
9 to 6.
9 to 6? Any other further discussion? So what I'm hearing is allow for the month. Do we want to do just for the first one for July?
Can we do a vote?
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have another council meeting in July, so you can just, I don't see any reason to approve them past July, because we'll be able to readdress how this is going at the July council meeting if you so choose to go in that direction.
I'm comfortable with the 1 month, and if we were going to go forward, see what it's doing, see how disruptive it is, and we can go from there.
So we're amending it to just the month of July, and for the hours of what, 9 to 5? Is that what the council wants?
I think for me to consider it, 9 to 6, I think it should be 9 to 3, 9 to 4. I mean, people have lives and stuff to do at night.
I'm okay 9 to 4.
9 to 4? Anybody else? All right, so what's on the table right now is for them to work for the month of July between the Saturdays between the hours of 9 to 4 p.m. Is that correct? All in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, next. I have a proclamation recognizing poll workers. Borough of Oakland, New Jersey, County of Bergen, proclamation recognizing the contributions of board workers and super board workers for New Jersey elections. Whereas the integrity and efficiency of elections in the state of New Jersey depend significantly on the dedication and hard work of poll workers and super poll workers. And whereas these individuals are entrusted with the crucial responsibilities of setting up polling stations, assisting voters, managing voting equipment, and ensuring the orderly conduct of the voting process. And whereas the board workers and super board workers demonstrate a commendable commitment to public service by working long hours, often under challenging conditions, to facilitate the democratic process. And whereas their unwavering dedication ensures that elections are conducted fairly, transparently, in accordance with all applicable laws and regulations, thereby upholding the fundamental principles of democracy. And whereas the exceptional resilience and adaptability of poll workers and super poll board workers have been particularly evident during the recent elections, where they have successfully navigated unprecedented challenges, including the implementation of new health and safety protocols in response to the global COVID-19 pandemic. And whereas these contributions of poll board workers and super board workers are essential to the guaranteeing that every eligible citizen's vote is cast and counted, thereby ensuring that the voices of the people of New Jersey are heard. Now therefore, I, Eric Kamala, Mayor of Oakland, do hereby proclaim and recognize the invaluable service and dedication of board workers and super board workers in the Borough of Oakland, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey. And further, I urge all citizens to join in expressing our deepest gratitude and appreciation to these individuals for their essential contributions to our democratic process. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the Borough of Oakland, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey to be affixed on this the 25th day of June 2024. I want to thank all the poll workers. I see some in the audience over here. Certainly they do put in long hours. It's a long day, and you know, I want to thank you, and it's really volunteerism at its finest for our democracy. So thank you. Okay, one more. We have approved social affairs permit for Oakland, New Jersey Elks Lodge 2167 for a poker night. Fundraiser takes place on August 17th, 2024 from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. at the Oakland Elks Lodge located at 33 Arapahoe Valley Road. Do I have a motion approved?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
I abstain.
Oh, you want to stay? Okay, one abstain. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay, we are moving on to resolutions. We're going to chunk out the police first so that we can do the swearing in. Okay. So we have the following resolutions. 24-188, reappoint Lisa Porfido, SLEO 2024-25 school year. 24-189, reappoint Brian Fazzo for SLEO 2024 to 2025 school year. Reappoint Kevin Smith, this is 24-190, SLEO 2024 to 2025 school year. We have 24-191 to reappoint Daniel Kellogg, SLEO 2024 to 2025 school year. And we have a new hire. We have 2024. We have resolution 24-192 to hire Paul Stetner for SLEO 2024 to 2025 school year. And we have resolution 24-193 to hire Jose Osario, SLEO 2024 to 2025 school year. And at this point, I'd like to bring up the officers, and we'll swear in as a group. We spoke to the chief. Oh, yeah. Oh, do we have a motion to, hang on. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, now we can bring it up.
They all came back.
Is this everybody?
It was after Bill came back. It was after he came back.
Ladies about it? You got the Bible? Somebody grabbing the Bible?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That left four.
We're gonna do it as a group. Chief, you wanna hold that? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do it as a group, and we'll just, each one, you can state your name, okay? All right. I
Dan Kellogg.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and the governments established
and the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office of SLEO
all the duties of the office of SLEO
for the year 2024 to 2025,
for the year 2024 to 2025,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for signing. I should take a picture.
Turn around so she can take it. Thank you.
Here, Chief.
Where do you want to go, Chief?
Middle. All right, just need you guys to sign this.
Appreciate you. Thanks, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Jose, this is you.
Thank you. Oh, he's not here?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Thank you.
Congratulations, Paul.
Thanks. All right.
Sorry for making you wait, by the way.
We'll just take 30 seconds, 1 minute break here. Okay, moving on. We are up to consent agenda, resolution 24-194, authorize hire of confidential secretary for police chief. 24-195, appointment of alternate school crossing guard. 24-196, hire summer camp staff, 2024. 24-197, appoint communications commission secretary. 24-198, authorize recreation refunds. 24-199, authorize refund of taxes for exempt veteran. 24-200, authorize refund of taxes, exempt veteran. 24-201, resolution ratifying a sidebar agreement between the Borough and the United Public Service Employees Union, Oakland white-collar employees regarding summer hour schedule. 24-202, amend resolution 24-32, authorize participation in the LISO program contract dates. 24-203, authorize temporary hire summer clerical assistant. 24-204, authorize grant submission for NJDOT 2025 municipal aid application pedestrian safety improvement from 599 Rampo Valley Road to Thunderbird Drive. This is the continuation of the sidewalk program that we're working on 202. 24-205, authorize vendor fee craft fair. 24-206, authorize purchase of 2 Ford F-350 pickup trucks. 24-208, authorize engineering services flood buyout house demolition. 24-209, authorize liquor licenses for the year 2024 to 2025. And 24-210, amend funding sources for resolution 24-121. Does anybody wish to pull any out?
You need to pull 201
201?
for me.
Okay. Anybody else? With the exclusion of 24-21, do I have a motion to approve the following
We
resolution?
need a motion.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Gafredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Okay, coming back to 24-201, resolution ratifying the sidebar agreement between the Borough of Oakland and United Public Service Employees Union regarding summer hours schedule. Do I have anybody wish to introduce? Motion?
So moved. Can, I just want to ask a question about it though also.
Go ahead.
It just, this is, we'll have regular hours all the time, right? But we're just covering them differently?
Correct. Building hours are not being affected by this.
All right, that's all. I just want to make sure.
Anybody else? Do I have a second? Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Gafredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Abstain.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Okay, we're moving on to ordinances. 24 Code 947, capital ordinance for tennis courts. Do I have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Well, to introduce.
We gotta introduce.
Oh, motion introduced, I'm sorry.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Do I have a motion open to public?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody wish to talk about tennis courts?
So again, Brian Morello, 26 Hickory Drive. I'm the co-chairman of the Oakland Team Tennis League. For those that don't know, it's an adult tennis league. We play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. We started about 6 weeks ago and we finished mid-August. So I know the courts are in the process of being bid out for resurfacing, which we appreciate. We ask that everything be done to allow us to finish our season before the courts actually break ground. I do know there is some economics involved, and there's a grant that I believe has to be used by a certain period of time. But again, we're asking that our season not be displaced or disrupted, and that the town looks at every single opportunity with the foundation to see if You know, the money can be spent before the time that it needs to, but maybe the courts break ground after our season, which ends August 15th. If there's a way to, you know, to do that, we would really appreciate that. Again, I'm looking forward to hear what the update is, but we really, you know, we have close to 200 players that have paid for this league, and, you know, we're trying not to disrupt it and have to issue refunds or look for other places to play. Most of the people are Oakland residents, so again, we just want to make sure that we're exploring, the town is exploring all options to make sure that the league doesn't get disrupted.
I think I can answer your question. We have a pre-con meeting coming this Friday, and we'll really have a better handle on exactly where this is going to fall. And
Okay.
be communicated appropriately.
Okay, and that meeting is held with who?
This is with the contractor.
With the contractor?
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, thank you.
Anybody else wish to address tennis courts? Motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes?
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to take the resolution out of order?
You can do it however you want.
You know, let's, we're going to just jump to the supporting resolution on that. This is 24-211, award bid tennis court rehabilitation project. We have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Do we have a second?
Second?
Council, I'm
Roll
sorry.
call?
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes?
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Okay, now we're moving on to ordinance 24 code 948, amendment of Oakland communication fees for sponsorship program. As you recall, we did have discussion about this at our last council meeting. Do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
I'll second.
Second. Do a motion open to public?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes?
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Does anybody from the public wish to talk about 24 code 948, amendment of Oakland communication commission fees sponsorship program? Not seeing any. Motion to close?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes?
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Okay, we have roll call on 24 code 948.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes?
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Okay, we're moving on to work session. So, as you know, one of the things we've been working on is the downtown corridor. And we've been working on this for a better part of a couple of years, and I see some of the members of the planning board committee here that were working on this. So what we did is we kind of brought it back. We met with the council land use committee, and we talked to our planner, and we brought it back to the planning board. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Coons to tell us some of the changes that were recommended to us to take on this ordinance.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Mayor. So as you had indicated, with Bush Plaza Park coming to fruition, and sort of a focus on the downtown area and that corridor, we wanted to, I think the time is finally right to really move ahead with the streetscape ordinance now and really address standards that would look at the physical space itself and the aesthetics of the corridor. So you're talking about things as what do your sidewalks look like, lighting, trees, benches, trash receptacles, and setting up appropriate standards there to, over time, something that would provide a sort of a better aesthetic than what's there now, a more uniform look to the downtown, sort of building off of some of the stuff that's at the Walgreens site in Bush Plaza and trying to extend that and working with developers when they come in with site plan approvals and the like, something to guide that effort. So our planner took a look at the original draft that had been provided back in the fall by the planning board. Her memo was included in the packet, so you can see the changes that she's suggesting. One sort of bifurcating the B2 zone from the DT1 zone in terms of what treatments would be required. Some may be more applicable to one zone than the other. Looking at specific language on tree spacing, looking at language on the exemptions for tree planting, providing more definitive guidelines than perhaps what the draft called for in terms of having actual rendering of photographs, providing some different, equal to or better than sort of language in the ordinance, providing a listing of approved street trees with the recommendations of the Shade Tree Commission to help guide developers more in terms of what's appropriate, what isn't appropriate, and again, get some uniformity there. So it's things like that that really kind of focus on tightening it up, making it work a little bit better. I think those comments were reviewed favorably by the Land Use Committee and by the Planning Board. So I think the next step is to work with the planner on drafting the revised ordinance with those changes in mind, presenting that to everybody here for the July meeting, and start moving the adoption process forward. If we have something ready and that can be introduced, we would probably then go to the Planning Board, back to them in August, and you may be poised to adopt at the August meeting. So that's sort of the time frame that we're looking at right now.
Anybody have any questions concerning streetscape? Russ?
No.
Everybody's good? Yeah, as Mr. Kuzma pointed out, we are just finishing Bush Plaza, and if you can see, what we're doing is we're drawing from the wall corner where the Walgreens is, and we're matching the same lights, the same type of sidewalk with the brick inlays, and we want to codify that in an ordinance so that we can now, when a builder comes in or a developer comes in, like the Oakland Drugs, we can say, hey, this is the standard of what Oakland's going to look like. And we want to codify that within the ordinance, the actual pictures of what the light poles are. Let's say the vendor goes out of business, how can we get something very close? What are the street grades going to look like? What is the texture of the sidewalk? So it's very specific as we start moving and improving the downtown area. Okay. So Mr. Kuzma, we have probably some drafted for next council meeting?
I'll follow up with Carolyn tomorrow and, talk to her about a time frame for that.
Okay, terrific. Does anybody have any new business? Nobody? Okay, I have one thing, piece of new business I want to bring forward. When we were meeting with Lennar and the county and Franklin Lakes and us concerning the water main that's going to be replaced or being put in on McCoy Road, there was some interesting discussion that the county has an ordinance in place that requires anybody that opens up more than 100 feet of road that vendor, whether it's public service, come in and they have to pave from curb to curb instead of just half. So what I'd like to do is, I'd like to get if the county's sending me a copy of that ordinance, I'd like to send it to our attorney for review and possibly bring it up at next council meeting. So that obviously, let's put the burden on the person ripping up our roads instead of our taxpayer, and especially when they're doing these very long runs of opening roads, let's take advantage of that so we can get our roads paved. Any comments?
Sounds good. Sounds a great idea.
Great idea. Okay. All right, moving on to old business. Anybody be old business? Not seeing any. Council liaison reports.
Start that way.
Mr. Talamini.
All right, let's do rec. The rec camp is open. We have after camp signups still are still open. If you want to sign up for the after camp, it's a new program. It's for the campers who can't, their parents can't make it to the end of camp. Gives them something to do. You can go on oaklandrec.org and sign up for that. It's a new program. They're trying to get it off the ground, and it seems to be they seem to be very positive about it. And then also just with the carnival, I just want to say thank you to all the rec commissioners, Steve Catalano, Dan Legato, Bob Scalabrini for really arranging the baseball, softball, and tennis schedules to make the carnival run smoothly. Rec uses that field 24 hours a day pretty much, and to put a carnival in the middle of it is rough. And so the rec guys, they do everything they can to make sure that the kids can have their rec events, and we could also have the carnival. So it's a big effort, the carnival, and public events does a great job, but they also need help from the rec. We just want to make sure that they get pointed out. Andrea brought up most of the arts committee stuff. They are doing they're trying a new kind of craft fair on the property between the library and the school. We'll see what we can do about that, and that should be fun. And the arts committee works really hard. They did the pavilion, and just trying to get all the creative people in town, give them an outlet. I think it's great what the art committee does, and it just gets bigger and better. And with hard work, we'll have some great events in town. So thank you to Andrea for her work that she does. And that's it. Thank you.
Councilman?
Public events, Chopper represented the public events. I thought very well when he was up here. So I just wanted to thank you to the committee for everything they did. The carnival went great. I actually thought the meeting after, the Monday after the carnival, was actually more important to figure out what we can do different next year. And it's pretty interesting, based on the money, all the hard work everyone did, and everyone within 24 hours was thinking about how can we do it better next year? What can we do to make it better? So I thought that was really great. You want to thank all the 501(c)(3)s who supported the food. So great job by everyone involved with the carnival. Also, as a segue to DPW update, I do want to thank all the DPW personnel who worked the carnival. Not gonna lie, there's some people at the carnival, some people at those stands after 11 o'clock at night, and the DPW was there cleaning up, taking care of business, taking care of things going on. So thank you for the crews that worked the carnival to support. Quick DPW update for potholes. Public Works will continue filling potholes and make road repairs on a weekly basis as weather allows. If residents see a pothole or a problem area, please report to DPW directly by calling 201-337-8103 or by filling out a service request on the borough's website. To date, 734 repairs have been made since March of this year. Annual outfall inspections. According to the Stormwater Pollution Prevention Plan, Public Works employees are in the process of inspecting all 162 drainage outfalls throughout Oakland and along the banks of the river. After the inspections are complete, the list of deficiencies will be shared with the governing body and our borough engineers, and all repairs will then be scheduled for the remainder of the year. Streetlights, once again, it's that time of year. When the streetlights are on, when they come on, your kid's supposed to go home. Well, if the streetlights aren't working, they're not going to come home. So make sure you report your streetlights out at 201-337-8103 or by filling out a service request on the borough website. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman?
Thank you, Mayor. From Public Safety, for the month of May, Oakland's police officers conducted 448 motor vehicle stops and issued 464 motor vehicle summonses. From the library, there's a lot going on at the OPL now that summer reading program is here. The library has a summer reading program for children, young adults, and adults. Participants can read, log their reading, and win cool prizes all summer long. There are also a few weekly giveaways for the adults. This program uses the Read Squared app. Also, Yoga with Sonia for adults runs every Tuesday night into August. Then this Thursday, they will have the adult painting class with Vilma from You Paint Studio at 6:30. On Friday night, they will have a tribute to Carole King live on the library stage. Registration is required for all of these events. Next week, on July 1st, they will have favorite foreign films again at 10 a.m. showing the lives of others. They will also be kicking off a free ESL conversation class with Spanish speakers who would like to improve their English every Monday night at 6:30, beginning July 1st. There is no need to register for this one. Students can just show up. On Tuesday, July 2nd at 6:30, they will have the start of a series of watercolor instruction classes for adults. This class will run for 6 sessions, and each one will cover a different subject and technique. Lastly, the library will be closed on July 4th, and as a reminder, the library will be closed on Sundays in July and August. And have a happy and safe 4th. Thank you. Councilwoman?
Thank you, Mayor. The Access for All Committee had that wonderful event at the Oakland Carnival on the Saturday. 170 people, I counted, most of them. And it was awesome to see the smiling faces and the parents getting to enjoy that hour and a half watching their kids be happy, an event that was just special for their children. It was awesome. And I already reported on Shade Tree last meeting. OCC, their next OCC you already heard about. The YouTube is the only way to watch this meeting. I want to just take a moment to congratulate all the graduates of the class of 2024. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge one of the speakers tonight, Eileen. That was a very disappointing event that happened, and I'm really sorry that you felt that. And you know, it's just for such a great town, there's just a 0.5% that's ugly, and yeah. So thank you for sharing that with us. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Bills to be paid. Councilwoman?
Yep, bills to be paid. Total bills to be paid, $775,923.66. So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Council President Saliani?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes?
Councilman Talamini?
Yes,
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
so moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the next Borough Council meeting will be held Wednesday, July 17th, 2024, at 7 p.m. at the Borough of Oakland Municipal Court / Council Chambers at 10 Wallen Drive, Oakland, New Jersey. Meeting adjourned.
Yeah.
All right.